Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nasruddin M. Undiyo Jr., reporting for Engineering Utilities 2 about the topic of air delivery system. So first is ano nga ba ang air delivery system? Basically, the air delivery system is the lungs of a structure or a building. So it means ito yung basically nasa pangalan na how to ventilate or how to distribute the air inside the structure. So let's dig deeper about this topic. So, ang i-discuss natin dito is ang importance of air delivery system. So, bakit ba natin siya kailangan pag-usapan? And fundamentals of air delivery systems, mechanical components, and also the electrical components. First is the importance of air delivery system. So, dito sa ating definition, it is the lung of modern buildings, critical to maintain comfortable and healthy indoor environments. These systems are responsible for distributing conditioned air throughout the building, ensuring proper ventilation, temperature control, and air quality. So basically, ito ang lungs. Ito ang magiging dahilan ng ventilation sa loob ng ating building. Example sa mall, ang pag-aaral ng air delivery system, we would like our mall shops na malamig. So it has a proper ventilation and conditioned air. And it has air quality. So maayos dapat ang air quality sa loob ng structure. Hindi siya amoy semento or amoy ng labas pa rin ng mall, di ba? So, yun yung importansya. Why do we have to need to study or to dig deeper about air delivery systems? So, dako tayo agad sa next part, ang fundamentals ng air delivery system. Unang-una niyan ay ang thermodynamics. So, basically, ang thermodynamics of air it is the behavior ng hangin sa loob ng isang structure. So, it is the behavior of air is governed by the thermodynamic system or the principle. Temperature, humidity, pressure, yan yung mga thermodynamics na kailangan natin malaman in order for have a proper air delivery system or something na kailangan natin maintindihan na alam natin makaka-influence sa performance ng ating itatayong structure. So, kailangan natin ma-understand ang relationship nito to have an effective design of the system. So, kailangan natin malaman ang temperature, humidity, and also its pressure. Next, ang psychrometrics. So, ang psychrometrics naman is kailangan natin istudyan yung thermodynamic property of the moist of the air. So, sa charts nito are essential tools for the HVAC engineer, allowing them to visualize and calculate the changes in air properties during heating, cooling, humidification, and dehumidification processes. So, yung psychrometrics naman is the more systematic. So, kailangan niyang malaman ng engineer ng HVAC kung ano ba yung properties ng air during heating, cooling, humidification, and dehumidification para ma-visualize niya, para malaman niya or ma-approach, ma-prepare niya kung what will happen or paano nila maayos yung air delivery system or how would they design if ang ganito ang itsura, kung ganito ang moist ng air sa loob ng structure or kung ganito kainit, ganito kalamig sa loob ng area. Ganun ang psychrometrics naman. So next naman, ang pinaka-last is ang airflow niya. So airflow principle. It is characterized by velocity, volume, and resistance. Air flows from areas from high pressure to areas of low pressure, and amount of airflow is determined by the pressure difference and resistance flow. So, isipin mo meron kang mga ventilation area and then malakas ang air pressure mo, then nakatutok yan sa mga customers. Pangit tingnan. So, it is one of the fundamentals na kailangan mo malaman ang airflow ng iyong structure. So, paano mo siya i-design to have a very effective design. So, ayun yun guys. So, unang-una, you have to know the fundamentals before building the air delivery system. So, what are the fundamentals? First is the basic principles of it. First is the thermodynamics, yung hotness or the coolness of the air, the humidity, the temperature, and the pressure. Next is the psychrometrics. Ito yung how to know the thermodynamic properties, including the heating, cooling, humidification, and dehumidification. Next is ang airflow principles. So, yung airflow principle, kung gaano ba yung velocity, volume, and resistance ng air sa ating system. Next naman is ang ating system type. So, sa ating system type is meron tayong constant air volume or yung CAV system. So, it deliver a constant volume of air at a variable temperature. These systems are simple to design and control but are less energy efficient than variable air volume or the valve systems. They are suitable for application with relatively constant loads. So, basically, nasa linya na nakalagay sa system types natin ang constant air volume daw is constant. Kumbaga, tuloy-tuloy ang pagpasok ng hangin at variable different temperature. In these types, mas simple siya na design, mas madaling kontrolin, pero less energy efficient siya comparing to the variable air volume. So, ano naman yung variable air volume? Si variable air volume system naman is the system adjusts the volume of air supplied. So, meron siyang adjustment. Hindi kagaya ni CAV or ni CAV na tuloy-tuloy kung ano yung nailabas niya na volume ng air and also the variable of temperature, yun lang ilalabas. Pero pag si variable air volume system is kailangan niya ma-adjust to a space based on the cooling or heating demand. So, kung kailangan niya palitan or kailangan niya palamigin, painitin, yung demand na kailangan. This allows for more precise temperature control, significant energy savings compared to CAV system. Ang VAV natin system are commonly used in office buildings and other spaces with varying occupancy and load profiles. So, depending on the demand. So, si variable air volume is pwede mo siyang makontrol kung gaano kadaming volume ang air na ipapasok, gaano kalamig, or gaano kainit, depende sa gusto mo. Hindi kagaya ni CAV, constant. Kung ano ang nakalagay, yun na yun. Next naman is yung multi-zone system. So, ito, multi-zone system is iba-iba. Kumbaga, dito, iba ang nakalagay, dito, iba ang volume, dito, iba ang temperature. So, to sum up, multi-zone system is serve multiple zones with different heating and cooling needs in the central AHU. Dampers are used to control the air volume and temperature to each zone. They offer balance between control and efficiency but can be complex to manage. So, example, pag sa bahay, iba-iba ang temperature na need. Hindi kagaya sa sala, sa kwarto, sa kusina. Hindi naman pwedeng sobrang lamig na kusina mo and sobrang init naman ng sala mo. So, parang ganun yung sa multi-zone na sinasabi. Maganda siyang tingnan, efficient siyang tingnan, but yet, medyo complicated siya pagdating sa pag-manage. Medyo complex lang siya pagdating sa pag-manage niya. Next is the other systems natin such as fan coil units, chilled beams, offer alternative approaches to air delivery. Kagaya ng fan coil units na provide localized heating and cooling, while chilled beams naman is used water to cool air, often in conjunction with a dedicated outdoor air system. So, ganun yung sa other system kagaya ng fan coil and also the chilled beams. So, to sum up, ang ating system types na kailangan matutunan for the fundamentals of air delivery systems are the CAV or the constant air volume system and VAV. The VAV is the variable air volume system. Next is the multi-zone system, and last is the other types, which is the fan coil and also the chilled beams.